Good morning and welcome to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Brent Apperson.
I'm Jeremy Scheib. Good morning.
I'm Brent Apperson, filling in for Dave Burney.
And I'm Jeremy Scheib, filling in for Brent Apperson.
Good morning, everybody. How's it going? Hope your day is off to a good start, if indeed it has started already. Thanks for tuning us in on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Hey, we're going to get right into some business. We have one of the most positive, energetic people on the phone with us to get the morning started.
That's what I need.
There you go. Our good friend Mark Stock joins us every Tuesday morning on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, and he's on the phone with us bright and early this morning. So we say good morning to Mark. How are you, my friend?
I am fantastic. What a beautiful, cool morning here for June. And tell you what, great time of year, folks. A great time of year. A lot of little local town events going across the state as well. So we hope people get ready for that this upcoming weekend, wherever that may be. I know there's a lot of opening ups going on, too, so it's good to see people getting back together.
It is indeed, and I know that you have a lot of things going on with Big Iron Auction Company this summer, Mark, so just tell us what's going on.
Well, we have our regular Wednesday sales, folks, all online, and just a tremendous lineup of machinery that is selling from people all across the Midwest. And if you're in the market for ag equipment, if you're in the market for vehicles, if you're in the market for lawn and garden equipment, if you need some riding mowers, folks, boy, do we have a lot of those to sell. We've got a lot of shop-related equipment. We've got the semi-trucks, over-the-road trucks, day cab trucks, dump trucks selling, and a lot of pickups and service vehicles also. If you need a bulldozer, if you need an excavator, if you need a motor grader, we've got those. We've got some trencher backhoes selling, too, and some loader backhoes, all selling on the Big Iron website. So a wide variety of equipment, all represented by the owners, selling every week. We've got a big estate sale in Hardington, Nebraska, tomorrow for the Heath Juden Estate, and that sale features, folks, a 2016 Bobcat T650 track loader, and there's only 9 hours on that machine. They've also got a 2009 John Deere 4320 utility tractor with a loader. I've got 528 hours. They've got a John Deere 997 zero-turn mower. In fact, they have 2 of those that will be sold on their estate auction online on BigIron.com tomorrow. They also have a 2014 Walker riding mower, and they've got a 2015 GMC 2500 heavy-duty pickup. It's a Duramax, and this pickup, folks, only has 107,000 miles for an 05 model. So that motor's not even broke in yet. But all that equipment sells on that estate sale, all online. The bidding's online on BigIron.com. Now, you can drive up to Hardington and check all the equipment out. You can go up there tomorrow. We have a lot of folks that attend some of these online auctions. They bring their pickups, they bring their trailers, then they bid from their smartphones, guys. And if they buy something, they just participate in it just like if it was a regular open outcry sale. Sometimes they use their credit card to make the payments. Sometimes they just do a quick ACH or something, or they wire some money in because they have the arrangements made. And then before they head back, they load up whatever they purchase. So we've got folks do that a lot of times, and tomorrow's a big sale with just under 1,200 items. We have Chief Carriers in Grand Island selling 2 2014 Peterbilt 579 semi-truck tractors. We've got Gordon and Joan Curl. They are retiring. Super nice people, folks. Bruning, Nebraska, they got a John Deere 9500 combine. They've got 6-row, 36-inch equipment, planters, cultivators, corn heads. So check out that. Hard to find 36-inch row equipment. They also have a 1989 John Deere 4450 tractor with only 6,200 hours. We've got a big retirement sale in Grassy Butte, North Dakota, featuring a whole bunch of John Deere and Minneapolis Moline tractors. So if you're into collecting and restoring tractors, you can check those out. It's something interesting. Would be a nice little drive up to North Dakota to bring something back for that. We also have the James Erickson retirement sale in Platte, South Dakota. their sale features a John Deere 9560R four-wheel drive tractor. It's a 2014 model with 2,816 hours. And I'm just touching on a few of the many items, folks, that we'll be selling on Big Iron. We do also want to draw your attention to some of the real estate stuff that's going on. We've got a couple new listings that are for sale by private treaty, and we've got several properties now that are going to be sold in auction in July and August and September. We've got a lot of folks that are calling us saying they're really concerned about what's going to happen with these tax changes, proposed tax ideas. Nothing's been solidified as far as we know right now, but stay abreast of what's going on here with the terms of taxes on income and capital gains, because that may affect property. If you have real estate that you would like to sell, maybe you've inherited something, maybe it's going to be better for you to put it on the market and get it sold sooner and then later and get it closed here for sure in 2021. But if you have questions on that, talk to your tax person and then give us a call, as we can talk about how Big Iron can expose your equipment and your land to the hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people that watch our website weekly, folks. It's amazing. We're humbled by it. We're blessed, and we're so thankful that people have adapted this program and taken it into heart. They use it as their business tool to buy and sell machinery. Some of the same folks are selling equipment every year instead of trading it off at a dealer, because then they can walk into that dealership and talk cash price instead of trade-in price, and it's a different conversation. So if you have items that you would like to sell on an upcoming sale, we're listing equipment now for August and even in September. We've got a big classic collector car sale coming up the week after Husker Harvest Days. So we've already got a whole list of folks that want to sell their collector cars. We've even got some folks that have got their entire collections that they've been keeping in their sheds, storing them up, and now they're making that decision to sell it and let some other folks use their handiworks and all the work that they put into these classic and collector cars and pickups. So a lot of irons in the fire. If you have any questions about selling or buying, land or real estate, even cattle, check out the cattle with the bulls and the pairs that'll be selling. We got some grass getting short in some areas, and we've got some folks that are pulling some of their numbers down, and they're using the Big Iron Livestock division to sell their cow-calf pairs, and we've got a big sale coming up on July the 14th. And having said that, we still have folks that are looking for grass. If anybody has acres that are open and not spoken for, and you need to get them filled, just give us a call here, because we've got a handful of people that can bring over a stock trailer full or a pot load full of cows and calves for grazing over the summer months. Our phone number here is 1-800-887-8625, or we've got, if you're going to dial on your smartphone, it's 402-564-3369.
All right, Mark, always good to hear from you. Thanks for calling us early this morning, and have a good week.
Thank you, guys. You have a great one as well.
All right, thanks, Mark. There you go, Mark Stock with Big Iron Auction Company, joining us on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show as we get up and get things going here on this Tuesday morning. Jeremy, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to lean on you today.
Okay.
For the show. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and share this because I'm guessing this has happened to other people.
Okay.
Right? We called a baseball game last night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Broken Bow Legion game. It was late, and I knew it was going to be late when we were done, so I decided I was going to stay in town rather than drive all the way home to where I live.
Sure.
So I stayed in town. I woke up this morning, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna send a quick text message to my wife and say, "Good morning, I love you." That's nice, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I type it out, "Good morning, I love you," hit send. A few minutes later, there's a response on my phone, and I look at it, and the response is from a buddy of mine that I haven't talked to in quite a while. And it says, "I think I'm going to throw up."
Oh, no.
I'm like, what? I think that text message, "Good morning, I love you," didn't go to Shelley. I apparently sent it to a friend of mine, a buddy of mine.
His name also start with an S?
Yes. it's like right next to her in my contacts. So that's the way my morning started.
Oh.
So you know what? I'm just going to tell everybody today I love them. I love you, Jeremy.
Oh, well,
I love you.
thanks.
Okay.
Appreciate
So,
that.
every-
You don't send text messages through your recent texts. You go straight to the contacts.
Well,
and
I did.
type out a new one every time.
I did today. I don't know. And so this is perfect because guess what today is?
What's that?
Stupid Guy Thing Day.
That's an
It's a day.
interesting day.
Yeah,
Wow.
it says it's Stupid Guy Thing Day. It says celebrating all the dumb stuff guys do that totally annoys women. From leaving the toilet seat up to not listening to never planning a date. And how about taking their sweet time texting you back? Or the way they all underestimate how long things actually take. And I'm guilty of that. You know, so how long do you think it'll take to fix this? 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Then 2.5 hours later.
You know what? Number one estimation doesn't get estimated incorrectly a lot of the time.
What's
the
that?
amount of time we wait for our wives to get ready to go somewhere. We're usually right on that one. Why can't we be accurate every other time?
I don't know. It's a good question. And I don't know if I want to go down this road
You know
with
what?
you or not. I might go to my island.
Christy might give you a hard time about this whole deal, but you just remember what she did last week when she was on the phone with a customer.
Oh,
She's so embarrassed by that she won't even let us talk about it on the air.
okay.
So if
she won't let us?
She doesn't. She wasn't a big.
When has that ever stopped us?
It's never stopped Dave anyway.
Okay. All right. So anyway, that's the way my day started, and but anyway, but then I did then make sure
Did you get it to the right person?
I did get the text message to the right person.
There you go. Then all you had to do was copy and paste it.
Yeah, pretty much. So
That's funny.
Anyway.
that's a lot better than you're having a conversation with somebody, and you're not sure what in the world the conversation has come to, so you take a screenshot of it to send it to somebody else that you want to ask the opinion of, and then you send it right back to the person you're having the original conversation with. You ever done that?
no, I don't think I've ever done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a conversation that gets a little bit real, and you're like, gosh, I don't know what to do. Take a screenshot of it. I'll send it to the wife. She gives good advice. Bam, send it right back to the person that you're having the conversation with. Here's a screenshot of our own conversation in case you wanted that.
In case you want to look at it again. So anyway, cell phones, aren't they grand?
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, I would have just made a phone call.
There you go.
But no, texting. So there you go. Just if you're texting somebody today, just double check and make sure you're sending the text to the right person.
Now, this is going to feed into Dave's line of always make a phone call, never a text message. It's just more evidence he needs.
Sometimes it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So anyway, so today I'm just telling every guest that comes into the breakfast show this morning, I'm just going to tell them I love them.
All right, there you go. You throw that word around a lot.
Oh,
It's got a lot of love to
brother.
give.
That's exactly. I do have a lot of love to give. Hey, it's National Onion Rings Day, by the way.
Mm.
Do you like onion rings?
I do.
Yeah, I do
There's a big difference between good onion rings and bad onion rings, though.
Yeah,
You have
yes.
some really bad.
Yeah,
onion
you
rings.
don't want them soggy.
Yeah, soggy is not bad, but at the same time, if there's a type of soggy with grease to where the coating is just falling off the onion, that's good as well. But if they're just wet, that's kind of gross.
Now, this is we get this information from our national news affiliate, and it says that onion rings have actually been around since the early 1800s.
Interesting.
But they didn't become popular until the A&W restaurant chain made them part of their menu back in the 60s.
All that time, huh?
Yeah.
The
A lot of
1800s,
time
someone
passed
advanced it.
From there.
Someone invented it, and it took all that time before A&W came along, saved the day, came up with the best version of the onion ring.
Hey, Jeremy, did you know that the United States produces more than 2 million metric tons of onions every year, and Americans consume about 20 pounds of onions per person, some of which would be in onion ring form.
I'd believe that. 20 pounds worth. By the time you put it on a burger, have onion rings every now and then.
Now, have you ever chosen to just grab an onion and eat it like an apple?
No.
I've never
I'm
done that
not.
either. I like onions, but I've never done that.
That sounds odd.
I think there are some that do, actually.
Yikes.
But anyway.
I haven't talked to him. I think I would have noticed a breath.
Yeah. Okay, moving right along. Would you like to play the game?
Sure, we can do that.
It's Tumbleweed Day, so a chance to win a certificate for a free tumbleweed meal at the Tumbleweed in Broken Bow. And here's Jeremy with your question for today.
Okay, so this is trivia revolving around 1981, so we're going to test your memory of events from that year. Sandra Day O'Connor was the first female to hold this position. Was it A, Associate Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court, B, U.S. State Governor, C, Spacecraft Commander, or D, the Mayor of Phoenix, specifically?
Okay.
Sandra Day O'Connor was the first female to hold this position, Associate Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court, U.S. State Governor, Spacecraft Commander, Mayor of Phoenix. 872-2801 is the number. Give us a ring.
Eat at the restaurant where everything is right. The food, the service, the atmosphere, and the price. At the Tumbleweed Cafe, they look forward to serving you. Their menu is filled with home-cooked meals you're sure to enjoy. When your plate is clear, don't forget to choose one of their delicious desserts. You'll enjoy the many things that make Tumbleweed the favorite dining spot of so many folks. Whether passing through or setting a destination, enjoy your next meal at the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2, Broken Bow. 7:48 is the time.
Fast forward.
On this Tuesday morning, and we have our caller on the line to play the game. Good morning. Who are we talking to today?
You're talking to Leonard.
Leonard, how are you today?
Fairly good.
All right. Well, let's see if we can make your day even better and make you a winner. Here's Jeremy with your question.
All right, Leonard. Sandra Day O'Connor was the first female to hold what position? Associate Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court, U.S. State Governor, Spacecraft Commander, or Mayor of Phoenix?
The Supreme Court.
That's right.
Yay. Oh, where's the bell? There we go. Now it's official. Leonard, you're a winner. Do you like going to
Okay.
Do you like going to the Tumbleweed?
Yep.
All right. Well, we've got a certificate out here for you, so just swing by and see us when you can.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Leonard. Have a good day. All right. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Hello, I'm Chris Smith of the Palmer Monument Company. You already know about the advantages of pre-selecting your family memorial. Now there's yet another good reason to come and see us today. For the entire month of June, with a coupon from the newspaper, you'll receive additional savings off our already sale prices. We'll assist you in selecting the stone, the inscription, and the artwork, and we'll save you money too. Come see us during the After Memorial Day sale at the Palmer Monument Company in Broken Bow and Lexington.
At Bow Bootery, we pride ourselves on sending you out the door with pairs of footwear that you know fit properly. Comfort starts with our feet, you know. We have some great brands marked at 20% off this week, including Earth, Born, Merrill, and Spring Step. We only stock quality shoes and sandals that make your feet feel great, not uncomfortable. Come shop with us at your home-owned shoe store on the square in Broken Bow, Bow Bootery.
And we're back on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We have another guest in the studio now. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome to the Breakfast Show studios Logan Gerardin, Prince of Arrow Seed.
That's beautiful, Brent.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah.
So, welcome to the show. I just want you to know I love you, Logan.
Well, thank you.
I just love you.
I wish I would have got that text from you, but I guess
I'm
not.
sure. I'm sure a lot of people wish.
If his wife's name was Lacey, you might have.
Yeah, that's true.
You
That's
you
true.
get in close proximity to that first letter in his phone. You never know what you're going to get.
Yep.
All the S's in his phone are freaking out this morning.
Yeah, they are.
When's the one coming to me?
Trust me, there's gonna be a day that I'm just gonna make a mistake and I'm gonna send it to all my contacts by mistake.
Is there a button for that?
Probably.
That's a horrible invention.
If there is, Brent will find it and send it. So anyway, Mr. Girardin, how are you?
I'm rested and recuperated and not ready to be back at work.
Yeah, you had a nice little getaway.
We did.
Right?
I went to Yellowstone with the wife's family.
I know my parents have been there on more than one occasion. I've never been there, but I just hear it's such an enjoyable, beautiful place to visit.
It is. There's lots of people, but it was worth it.
That was going to be my question. My wife went there a couple weeks ago, and she said the local that she was visiting there said, we got to be up first thing in the morning,
Mhm.
get up there early before the lines.
Yeah.
'Cause it gets packed.
Yep.
But besides that, the beauty doesn't change.
That's just
the
it.
people, there's just more people.
Yep. So
Cool.
yeah, we had lots of fun. I actually flipped over a canoe.
Flipped over a canoe
I
while
did.
you were in it?
Yes.
Nice. That's like a
my.
rite of passage.
It is, and then I ended up actually wearing it on my head the rest of the trip because it was capsized.
Capsized canoe. I like that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, not only did Logan take a little break, a little vacation, but he had some extra time to work on his material as well.
Did you actually flip a canoe or not?
No, I didn't go canoeing.
Bummer.
It was.
You gotta
it was
work
all,
on that.
It was
That's
all
fun.
for the joke.
Well, you set it up well. Well, my friend, here we are. It's it was beautiful yesterday. Got a little break from the heat, but the heat's coming back. Going to be hot the middle of this week. So
It is, and right now with the, I don't want to say the drought word quite yet, but the lack of moisture.
yeah,
There
not the
are
D word.
still things you can plant in the field to get a good hay crop.
Okay.
Foxtail millet is one of those. It is a very short season, fast growing hay crop. Don't want to graze it, just want to take it for a hay crop. But you plant it, say the 1st of July, maybe get 1 or 2 rain showers on it. You'd be cutting it sometime late August, early September. So it's a real quick grower. Leaves you good time to get a fall crop in.
okay.
So, and we've got a pretty good supply of that. So a lot of guys are planting that because of the lack of moisture, and they still want to get a crop, especially on dry land. So
I know we're still having this conversation with businesses, and that is the whole supply question. Have you guys been good? I'm sure it kind of depends on things, but for the most part, have you been pretty good on the supply?
for the
end
most
of
part,
things?
there's some retail stuff, some over the counter or some of the chemical fencing, the manufactured stuff that's been iffy at best.
How does AeroSeed sell any sprinklers?
We do.
I know that I've heard some people talk about having difficulty finding sprinklers.
Really?
Now that part of the lawn that they never have to water that often is turning brown. So
Yeah, so when I got back, we got back from Yellowstone late Sunday afternoon, and it was pretty apparent that I had 2 sprinkler heads in my front yard that were not working because it was rather brown in just a little specific area,
Sure.
and then the rest of the yard had grown like gangbusters because it was getting water. So, but yes, we do carry hose end sprinklers.
good.
I think we've got some of the oscillating ones, and we've also got they got like 6 different patterns you can.
Do they still make the tractor sprinklers?
I think they do, but I don't know where to source those from.
Interesting. Okay.
So, yeah, those tractor sprinklers are they're where it's
They were
at.
kind of ridiculous when you think
They-
about it, honestly.
They are, but it works.
Who invented that thing?
I don't
There's
know.
a tractor. I'll park it on the hose, and it'll just drive around.
Yeah, why not?
I remember when we got one for my dad years ago. He was thrilled. That was like one of the best presents he ever got, was the water tractor to water the lawn.
Absolutely, and water is paramount right now to
Yeah.
keep your lawn
Yes.
going.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's a good segue. Let's talk about where we're at on the lawns as we continue to work our way through the summer.
Not gonna lie, the lawns are gonna start looking pretty rough, and that's a combination of the heat, lack of moisture, and bugs. So we're going to start seeing grubs rearing their ugly heads in the near future. And if you put down some grub control, you won't have to worry about it. And you'll give your lawn a nice little boost of nutrients, some fertilizer. That'll be the product that we have is called Merit. So it's 1505 with Merit, so 15% nitrogen fertilizer with Merit insecticide. And that goes on towards the 4th-ish of July, or the first part of July, which is coming right up.
Yeah, hard to believe, isn't it?
And that's a part of the lawn program, right?
That is. That's a
Okay.
part of our 5th step, our
Okay.
5-step program.
Okay. Because we just did a step last week.
We did.
And it just so happened that that was a step that required, for my lawn, 6 bags that had to be applied on a 98-degree day.
Yes,
So
correct. And
that was step 3?
that was step 2.
Oh, Lord.
This one, the one coming up with the grub control, that's step 3.
Okay.
Um,
How many bags am I going to be taking this time?
Not
around?
near as many.
Okay. All right.
So
I like that low application rate.
yeah,
This nitrogen last time around just about murdered me.
it was a. That's how we weed out some of
No,
the
you just
some of the folks.
have a really high application on one of the. You know what?
Just on-
this
just on
5-step
yours.
program, I'm out.
just
I
just on
can't-
yours. Everybody else only had like 1 or 2 bags.
Oh, really? Load Jeremy up with 8 of them.
Jeremy doesn't know what he's doing. Let's just load him up with 10 bags and see
Oh,
if he
man.
actually applies it all.
I mean, to tell you, the 5-step lawn program. You should, if you've got to apply it on a large lawn and you don't have something that's motorized to pull it, you should advertise it as a weight loss program. Yeah, I lost about 5 pounds.
Yeah, we've heard that from a few of our bigger lawns, but no, this next step coming up, like I said, is the grub control, and it controls grubs at a certain growth stage, so it's more effective. We do have some products out there that will control a wider variety or wider range of bugs at different growth stages. But it does not have any fertilizer. It's just the insecticide. So
Okay.
if you have bill bugs, sod webworms, grubs, that type of stuff, Dialox would be the product that will take care of all of those no matter what time you apply it.
Okay.
So just want to do it before the damage really starts showing up.
And I think it's important to emphasize to our listeners too. We talk a lot about your 5-step program. You don't have to be in the 5-step program to take advantage
No.
of these applications and what you have.
No, and we've have numerous customers that they're not probably going to be here all summer. Got a lot of traveling to do. Just not going to have time. They'll actually come in and ask about the 5-step. Well, the time doesn't really work for me. We can actually give them a application schedule, so they can kind of follow that. Swing on in and get a couple of bags. 1st step, 3rd step, 4th step. But not actually on our program, because we do sell the same fertilizer without you having to be on the program.
Okay.
So
All right.
we can get your lawn in tip-top shape.
I know you can.
So that's what we do.
There you go. What else is on your list of things you want to talk about?
While we're on the fertilizer side of things, we did just get some fertilizer spreaders in for sale, and they're more of a economical kind of a homeowner, not super big, but a Scott's I call them a whirligig, a broadcast spreader.
Sure.
That will work, maybe you only have a couple thousand square foot of yard. I just got some smaller projects, or if you have a garden that's not super big, but it might be a little bit much to throw stuff out by hand, one of these spreaders will work to get your garden fertilizer.
About what size is that?
I think it'll hold about 30 pounds of product.
Okay. So not quite a bag,
Correct.
like a standard 50-pound bag.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's really good for the 5,000 square foot quantities.
Good.
So, but we got those in. We do rent spreaders out. However, our 5-step customers have first dibs on those.
Sure.
So, you might not always be able to get a spreader, especially if we're having them go out with our 5-step program. So we brought these other spreaders in just as a not super fancy. We've got the super fancy spreaders. They are very expensive, but they're the professional style. These would be the homeowner. You could go to Menards or Home Depot or wherever and get the same ones.
Okay.
So,
but you've got them.
We do have them.
All right.
Yes.
Good.
And there's a lot of places that don't have stuff right now. So I am glad that we got them in.
Yeah.
So, along with the grub control that's going to be going down, you want to put down some iron as well. And that will give your lawn kind of that nice dark green color. When it gets super hot and super dry, the iron in the soil gets locked up and is unavailable for the plants to utilize. This application of iron is supplemental, so it's readily available for those plants. And instead of being that kind of pale yellow, just not looking very good color, they take up that iron and they get that dark green color.
All right.
So we can get your lawn looking good.
Good.
So, and I think that's.
Is that what you wanted to touch on?
That is. That's about all I got this morning.
The grills are still going good?
They are.
Yeah.
Yep. They're going hot.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. And it doesn't take long to get them hot either.
It does not. No. So when we were in Yellowstone, we actually we rented a cabin about 40 minutes from the west entrance, and they had a propane grill. We cooked steaks and burgers, or steaks and chicken and some other stuff on it, and they just wasn't the same.
I bet not.
I'm too spoiled.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. He's standing in here like, gosh, vacation.
They don't even have a
propane grill.
They don't even have a charcoal grill. And I honestly think the propane grill took longer to heat up than our Masterbuilt charcoal grill.
That's really pretty amazing.
So yeah, we've got plenty of grills. Maybe you procrastinated and forgot that Sunday was Father's Day.
Good point.
This would be a good, hey, I'm sorry that I forgot, but here's a new grill.
You got to go with something over the top a little bit. Make up for it.
Yep. So
now with that thought process, I wish they would have forgot my Father's Day.
Maybe you should buy one of those grills to that poor soul you told that you loved this morning.
I love this morning. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love him that much. All right. Anything else, my friend, that you wanted to touch on?
I think that pretty well sums up.
Refresh everybody about, I think a lot of people know when you're open, but give them the rundown of your hours and how they can contact you.
So at Arrowseed, we're there 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. And Saturdays, we're there 8 until noon. You can always browse us on the web. That's just arrowseed.com.
Okay.
You can give us a call at 800-622-4727, or you can shoot us an email at info, so that's info, at arrowseed.com.
All right.
We got numerous avenues for you to come and see us, talk to us, get in touch with us. You can find us.
Sounds good. And you have a lot of things on your website, kind of little different informational type stuff too to check out.
We
right?
do.
Yeah.
Yep. We've got a lot of technical sheets or technical data sheets that explains what's in our mixes, the rates you would put seed down. We've got cover crop stuff. I mean, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff on the website, and it's a great resource to have.
All right.
So
sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, nice to have you back. Glad you had a good vacation, and we'll talk to you next time.
Hey, that works for me.
There you go. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Las Vegas Raiders defensive lineman Carl Nassib makes history, becoming the first active NFL player to announce he's gay.
I've been meaning to do this for a while now, but I finally feel comfortable enough to get it off my chest.
He says his goal is representation and visibility. Daily COVID deaths are down to their lowest number since the pandemic began, but infections are rising. CBS's David Begnaud.
With just 45% of Americans fully vaccinated, Health experts are worried about the spread of the highly contagious Delta variant that appears to be about 60% more contagious than the Alpha variant, which was discovered in the United Kingdom.
American Airlines canceled hundreds of flights for lack of staffing. Ken Novak says his two daughters were stranded at the airport in Dallas for more than a day.
They're just, by this point, very tired, very exhausted, very much in need of a change of clothes, a shower, and probably a good night's sleep.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here is a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. A Nebraska state senator from the Panhandle is continuing his crusade to change Nebraska's tax system. State Senator Steve Erdman announced in his latest column the creation of the Consumption Tax Institute, Inc. The 501c4 organization is working on a strategy to put an initiative for a consumption tax on the 2022 ballot. Erdman also unveiled epictax.org in his column. He says the website will tell people everything they need to know about the consumption tax. It also allows people to calculate what they would owe to the state in taxes under the consumption tax. The proposal would repeal state property, income, sales, inheritance, and estate taxes and replace them with a tax on new goods and services at a rate of 9.8%. The senator from Bayard introduced LR11CA to implement the consumption tax during the latest legislative session. The constitutional amendment made it to the general floor but failed to pass a first-round vote by 2 votes. If LR11CA had passed through the entire legislative process, the measure would have been put in front of voters. With that route not panning out in his favor, Erdman now turns to a ballot initiative to make his idea a reality. He wrote in his latest column, the Consumption Tax Institute, Inc. will announce a petition drive to get the issue on the 2022 ballot sometime in the future. The entire column is available under state news on sandhillsexpress.com. A southeast Nebraska hospital is cutting ties with a local doctor. Jefferson Community Health and Life in Fairbury announced Monday that it no longer employs Dr. Rick Blantyre Jr. A news release says the matter is a personnel issue and no more details will be released. Fairbury Clinic staff will be contacting Blantyre's patients to reschedule existing appointments. JCH&L says it will continue to work to recruit new doctors.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
No NBA playoff action on Monday. We did have NHL playoffs, league semifinals, but it wasn't much of a game. The Lightning blast the Islanders 8-0. Steven Stamkos and Alex Killorn each had 2 goals. Brayden Point gets his 13th goal of the playoffs, and goalie Andrei Vasilevsky made 17 saves in the shutout. Tampa Bay grabs a 3-2 series advantage. In baseball, we had 8 games. The Indians beat the Cubs 4-0, while the Diamondbacks snapped a 17-game losing streak with a 5-1 win over the Brewers. So with Chicago and Milwaukee both losing, they're still tied for the NL Central lead. Astros won their 8th straight, beating the Orioles 10-2. Houston now has a 1-game lead on Oakland for the AL West lead, with the A's falling to the Rangers 8-3. Texas snapping a 6-game losing skid. Mets and Braves split a doubleheader in New York. Mets take game 1 4-2 behind Jacob deGrom. Braves take the second game 1-0. Padres beat the Dodgers 6-2, and the Twins walk off with a 7-5 win over the Reds in 12 innings.
Here's your weatherology forecast. High temperatures working up into the lower 90s for today. We'll see lots of sunshine to start. Slight chance for a late day storm. Then for tonight, mostly clear, a low of 61. Even hotter into your Wednesday under abundant sunshine. We'll have highs into the upper 90s. Thursday, a slight chance for a storm there up to 91. And Friday, easing back to the upper 70s. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Do you check your Google search results regularly? You should. People often get their first impression of you or your business online. Negative comments on the internet can impact your life and your livelihood. Take control of your online reputation. Get your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com. It may reveal negative posts from an ex-employee, upset patient or client, news article, legal issue, or even exposed personal information right there in your Google search results. Uncover what's lurking on the internet about you with reputationdefender.com's patented scan and get your free reputation report card. Or for immediate assistance with your reputation, call 800-401-6681. Our cutting-edge technology helps make your Google search results look their best. Call 800-401-6681. That's 800-401-6681. 800-401-6681. Or take the free scan at reputationdefender.com.
Currently at our studio, 67 degrees, sunshine, winds have picked up to 10 to 15 miles an hour, barometer 29.91, and the humidity 64%. High yesterday, just a beautiful 80 degrees was the high yesterday, the low dropping to 53. Sunset for this evening, 9:16, and the sunrise tomorrow, 6:06. Still just 3/100ths of an inch in precipitation total for the month of June recorded so far here at our KCNI KBBN studios. Good to have you with us on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Another guest has come in. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to Jeff Denson.
Good morning.
Hi, Jeff. Hey, I just want you to know I love you.
Love you too, buddy.
Okay. I'm just full of love today. I meant to send a text message to my wife this morning. It said, "Good morning, I love you." And I sent the text message. Didn't go to my wife. went to a buddy of mine.
That's not good.
No.
How long had it been since you had talked to this guy, by the way? Like, how out of the blue was this "I love you" text message?
Oh, it would have had to have been about, I'm going to say 2 to 3 months, somewhere in that time frame. So it's been.
Well, it was time to make that kind of contact with you.
yeah. I'm sure he's thinking the same thing.
No, I can't believe I haven't asked this follow-up question until now. Was it just "I love you," or was it a little something extra?
No, thank goodness, no. No, it was, thank goodness, it was just simply "Good morning, I love you." That was it.
It's perfect.
So anyway, I'm just telling everybody I love them today, Jeff. And we love you. Thanks for coming in.
We love being here. Thanks for covering the game last night. I can't believe you guys are even awake.
Yeah, it went a little long.
Yeah, we made it very interesting and too late.
Yeah.
But that's right.
So, of course,
caffeine this morning.
Jeff is heavily involved in the American Legion baseball program for Broken Bow. A lot of things happening on that side of things. You got the Spirit of the Sandhill softball tournament coming to town this weekend. A lot of people going to be in town. A great economic boost for not just Broken Bow, but the entire area when you think about people driving to and from places. So that's great. We were hoping to actually do the Broken Bow Spirit 18 and under team tonight against North Platte, but unfortunately those games got canceled. North Platte won't be able to make the trip for certain reasons, so we won't have that on the air for you tonight. We apologize for that, but that's certainly out of our control. If we can get them on the air yet in the regular season, we'll try to do that. But we wish the girls the best.
Do all the games up live this weekend. Just
oh boy,
about 20 of them.
Well, I don't. Do we want?
That would be a long week.
Do we want to talk about what happened last night while we were calling the game, or just leave that alone?
Sure.
Do we want to bring it up?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I would like to apologize to Dave Burney.
Yeah. Well, it was your son that did it.
Well,
just so you know. Well, anyway, we were calling the game last night, and I always like to bring one of the station cars to the game that we're broadcasting.
Good advertising.
So that people can see that we're there, and in case they want to tune into the game or let someone know that we're covering it so they can tune in. And all the years that I've been going out to Paul Brown Field, my favorite parking spot is right behind the press box, right up next to it, because I'm like, there is no way that a foul ball is going to hit the car if I park here.
Right behind home plate.
Right behind home plate where you have the big fence that goes up behind home plate.
About a two-story fence.
Yeah, that catches most all the, baseballs that are fouled off. And then of course, you got the press box itself to protect you.
Pretty big press box.
Yes.
Deep.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And the station car just fits perfectly right behind it. And so that's where I was parked again. And it was, I don't know what inning it was. It was later in the game. I'm guessing in the sixth inning, somewhere in there.
Bottom, yeah.
And I believe it was Max Denson, who you know well, was at the plate. And Max popped one up in foul territory, got over the chain link fence, somehow got over the press box, but didn't get over our car.
That is an amazing amount of spin to get that ball to do that.
And came down and caught like the
top passenger side corner of the windshield.
Yeah.
Very corner. If it would have been a
And-
foot in any other direction, wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
But it had to have gone, 35, 40 feet in the air with spin on it, almost directly up in the air.
But this is just crazy because as I was thinking about this last night, okay, I'm almost afraid of what's going to happen next because we started the week off with our coffee pot here at KCNI KBBN having a crack in it.
Ooh.
So we didn't have coffee right away yesterday morning.
You're going to need that this morning.
You know, and now we've got a cracked windshield. I'm afraid because usually things come in threes.
I think you and I need to stop calling games together. This is the second windshield that's been claimed
It is
by Brent and I.
for you and me.
We caught a rock on the way to an Arcadia Loop City football game
A few years ago.
a few years ago. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's 2 windshields. Yikes.
So, by the way, Jeff Denson is here, and Jeff is also with Team Physical
Yeah, we
Therapy.
can go there.
So I guess we could talk about your business, Jeff. What's going on at Team Physical Therapy?
Well, as we were here last time, and I brought Jillian and Derek Lanowski in to meet everybody. Jillian is going to be working in Broken Bow and taking over some of our pediatrics through the school systems, some in Broken Bow and I believe some in Ansley, Litchfield school systems. So we're really excited to add her. And then she's going to do outpatient here in the Broken Bow office. She has appointments available. Previous student of mine that is really talented, and we're excited to have her. Derek, her husband, is going to join us, train for a little bit in Broken Bow. So you'll see him around the Broken Bow office on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the next 5 weeks or so. And then he'll be taking appointments and treating patients out of our Kearney office. And we've already started that training on Tuesday and Thursday. And just a really talented guy, both just a caring couple, and we're just excited to have them, mostly for the community, because they're going to be great community members, and just thrive in this area. So we're excited.
In the last 4 or 5 years, I'll even go back, I'll even say 10. But anyway, in the last few years, you've really brought in a lot of great young people to join your team in this field.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, since kind of adding Allie Rowden in local, and then going to Nathan Scott and Rachel Mabry recently. Just really talented people that really care about this area. And that's the biggest thing for us, is just providing people that are willing to get involved in community, become great people in the community, leaders, and that's the exciting portion.
Mm-hmm. As we continue to work through the summertime, what are some of the things that you're seeing right now where people are coming in for?
A lot of post-surgical stuff. Obviously, surgeries after March time frame just took off, and a lot of surgeries that needed to be done before that are finally getting done. So we're seeing a lot of that, treating a lot of spinal pain, a bunch of shoulder surgeries, just stuff that needed to get done finally has got done. So, and I think that's going to continue through the rest of the year. It's just surgeries that weren't happening are finally now happening. Even at our hospital, we're seeing more total knees and getting those done that should have been done previously. So
I know that we've talked about this in the past. By the way, we're visiting with Jeff Denson, Team Physical Therapy. But when you talk about surgeries, I know you guys also do a lot of stuff before the surgery, right? Too, to get someone where they need to be, so that the recovery is even quicker and better when it's over.
Yeah. So if you're talking like a shoulder surgery, most surgeons in our area will not do surgery until the patient has full range of motion. So, and that doesn't always come in the most. You don't always like your physical therapist when that's going on, because we have to stretch the shoulder out and get it completely moving. And but your surgical results are going to be horrible if you don't have full range of motion. So the commitment to that and making sure that you're committed to, and same thing with knee, like a knee replacement. If you walk into a knee replacement without the knee going fully straight, you're probably not going to get it fully straight after the surgery. So giving people something to do in that realm, exercise-wise, and then just seeing a therapist to get things stretched out is a great idea.
One thing I've always admired about you guys, physical therapists, is knowing where the line is on where to push further and then where to back off and maybe not push so much.
Yeah, you learn that over time.
I'm sure you do, and I would think that sometimes is a very difficult line to figure out where it is.
It is, and that's some of the stuff. We have a lot of students that come through, and training that is some of the most important things, how hard you can push something, and then them still talk to you the next day, which is the biggest thing, because we are at times mean to patients, and not mean, but it is painful.
Sure.
And just knowing that line of how to travel that just takes experience. You have to do it wrong a few times before you get it right, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
but,
that's usually the way it is.
Yeah, but it's something that we've learned over a lot of years of treating. So, one thing that I'd like to add to that, with the addition of Jillian in our Broken Bow office, Lindsay Bader will be freed up a little bit more to kind of progress with our women's health program. And so if you're struggling with any incontinence or postpartum pain or any issues of that nature, I believe Lindsay's going to free up better to serve that area than we have in the past. She hasn't had time to do so, doing as much pediatrics. So kind of a nice addition of things we can kind of grow, services that we haven't been able to due to just not having the people. So
always good to remind people when we think of team physical therapy and we have you in the studio, we kind of get our mind wrapped around Broken Bow, but you guys go way beyond Broken Bow with the facilities that you have.
Yeah, so we're in Gothenburg with Kyle Fornoff. Callaway, we're now 5 days a week there with Mary Ross and Richard Still, and then have support staff there that is awesome. And then Kearney, we have 3 physical therapists there now, serving all avenues of physical therapy. I've even been sending patients from Broken Bow to Kearney to see our therapist that's trained for osteoporosis and osteopenia. She's developed Tiara Casey has developed Tiara Rouse has developed a program for osteoporosis, which I think has been an awesome addition to that area. And then Allie Rowden's over in Burwell, and then obviously in a Broken Bow office. So, exciting.
Yeah. Anything else on your notes there that you wanted to touch on?
Yeah, I need to just go over a couple things. So we're getting close to the end of our season for baseball. If you want to come out and see them, we're going to play on Wednesday night against Hirschland, Hershey and Sutherland together team. On Monday, we have a really big game for our seniors. Imperials coming to town. We'd love to see people pack the stadium for that one. They have a couple, one kid who's played some college ball. They're a very, very good team, and we'd like to get the win. We lost to them 2-1 on Sunday there. We're hoping to reverse that, which could be big for us to be in the senior title game. Cozad we play on Tuesday the 29th. And then we're probably going to play Grand Island on July 1st at 7 o'clock here in Broken Bow. So that's next Thursday, here in Broken Bow at 7 o'clock for the Junior League Championship. So, and we'd love to see a lot of people out for that game. We don't know anything about Grand Island, but obviously they're pretty good.
Yeah.
And so it's East versus West in our league. And then we finish up our home stand on Tuesday, July 6th against Valentine, and just kind of a preparation to get ready for the postseason that we hope goes really well.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun to watch the kids, juniors having just an amazing season.
13-0, that's fun.
And I always get nervous when I throw out these types of questions because it can create a lot of conversation. But is this, and you probably don't know altogether, but is this the best start that a Legion team has had? I mean, going 13-0.
I would say I don't know all the results of. I know there were some really good teams in the 70s and
Sure.
really good teams in the 80s, and then they went through a pretty good run in the 2000s. But I would think 13-0 for a start for that team would be.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
Pretty good. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Well, exciting things to come, and we appreciate what you guys do and everybody associated with the Diamond Youth Organization. I
Yeah.
mean, it goes way beyond
And get out and
Legion
watch
baseball.
some softball this weekend.
Yeah.
It's going to be, there's a lot of people, and just come watch some softball. It's going to be a great weekend for those girls.
All right. Sounds good. Jeff, thanks for taking the time. We'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.
Jeff Denson, Team Physical Therapy, our guest on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the month of June is one more good reason. Palmer Monument's After Memorial Day sale. Go and see Palmer Monument today, and when you bring the coupon from the newspaper, receive additional savings off their already reduced prices. Their goal is to assist you in selecting a memorial that best fits your family needs, and they'll save you money too. During the After Memorial Day sale at Palmer Monument Company of Broken Bow and Lexington.
Need gear for the softball and baseball diamond? Geared for Sports and Broken Bow has all kinds of equipment and shoes for the season. What Scott doesn't have in store, he can try to find for you. Geared for Sports has competitive pricing, so there's no need to go out of town or search the web. Find it right on the square in Broken Bow. There's a reason it's called Geared for Sports. They're prepared to gear you up for whatever sport you play. Visit them soon in Broken Bow.
Little Dire Straits for you, The Bug, on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Brent and Jeremy here with you live in the studio on this Tuesday morning, and boy, really excited about the next person we're going to talk to. We've got him on the phone. We're going to be visiting with Graham Nancaro, who's going to be coming to Callaway, Nebraska, and performing during the Pioneer Picnic celebration coming up this weekend. He'll be at Henry's Bar and Grill in Callaway, and we've got Graham on the line with us now, so we say good morning to Graham Nancaro. How are you this morning?
Good morning. Great. Even better after Dire Straits. I love that song.
All right. Well, good. Graham, it's great to visit with you. We appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Maybe a good way to get things started is where are you at right now? Where are we talking to you from?
I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, on the east side across the river from Nissan Stadium in my little neighborhood, East Nashville. And it's going to be a hot day. And got a little gig later. Been 6 gigs this week. 4 hours at a time.
Yeah.
But it's good. NASCAR was here this weekend, so it's just been a madhouse.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that is fun. Graham, give us a little bit of background about yourself and about your career as we kind of get people in our area to get to know you a little bit better prior to your appearance in Callaway coming up this weekend.
Well, I grew up in Southern California, San Diego, off a dirt road on a farm, like 15 minutes from the beach. And my father was a country music DJ in college in New Mexico. So he was always telling me, feeding me nuggets about Merle Haggard and Johnny Cash. And I loved Elvis from about 6 years old. I heard my dad was a weatherman. And he was doing a live shot one night at a house out in the country, and I heard this song come over the speakers on the horse barn, and it was Hound Dog by Elvis, and I just lost it. I'm like, Dad, well, who is this? And he's like, this is the king of rock and roll. So that Christmas, I got a bunch of Elvis CDs and wigs and glasses with sideburns, and just obsessed. And as a kid, kids kind of made fun of me for it because they didn't get it, and I was kind of an old soul, I guess, at 6 years old. But I started a punk band in high school and started touring and playing with a band called Rancid, took us under their wing. The lead singer, Tim Armstrong, has got some Grammys, and I really looked up to them. Anyways, graduated from punk rock, didn't do too well in college because I was focused so much on music. And so I went back from San Francisco back home to San Diego and started playing rock and roll again, and eventually got into country music through Hank Williams III, and then listened to all the artists that he talked about. He's a name dropper, and went and listened to them. And Social Distortion also got me into like Buck Owens and cool California country. And that's about it. So I put out records. We had a record deal in 2013. Did 2 records. And my band's name is Nancaro. And after that, we declined the 3rd record, and they took all our music offline. So we were missing 2 records out there under Nancaro. But then I moved to Nashville about 4.5 years ago, and we started a band called the Saints, the GD Saints. And that's with my friend John Bollinger, who he was in the movie Country Strong. He's played with Alabama, Lee Brice for 8 years. Actually written a couple songs for Lee, and played with Joe Walsh, a bunch of stuff. So me and John are coming out there this weekend. Really looking forward to it.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you and meeting you, Graham. One question that I have, just talk a little bit about what the past year has kind of been like for you. I know with this COVID situation, it really made it difficult for musicians such as yourself because a lot of things were being closed down. There weren't the public showings and the concerts. Just talk a little bit about working your way through that and being in Nashville. Have things kind of started to open up good for you there?
Yeah, well, gosh, it was difficult to navigate at first, the whole thing. You wonder if, like, because at first Nashville didn't shut down right away.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of curious if I was going to get backlash for playing down on Broadway. As a matter of fact, March 6th, about the day before we shut down, I think, tornado hit East Nashville and rolled right down our street. And so that tornado came right before COVID, and then COVID came. And we had our jobs for a while, and then they had to cut pay and then shut down completely. And I work at Tootsie's out here in Nashville, so our boss is kind of a rebel, which is cool. It's incontroversial.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
Anyways, they opened up a couple times against the mayor's guidelines, and then had to close down. But it was fun. I mean, I'm grateful that I had any work at all.
Yeah,
pretty nice.
Yeah. Well, Grandma, one of the questions we obviously have is how in the world was the connection made that you would be coming to Callaway, Nebraska coming up this weekend?
I love that. It's a good question, man. I was out here playing in Nashville and met a gentleman that lives out there, and he said, would I be interested in traveling out there? And I said, heck yeah, I'll drive my band right out there in a second. Just give me the details. And I looked up online pretty quick. I was excited, and I read that the rodeo started in 1933.
Uh-huh.
And I just, so excited and honored to be a part of that tradition out there. I love small towns, and it's where country music really lives, so I'm excited. The whole band is.
Yeah. Well, we're excited to be having you coming out to Callaway, Nebraska. For those who aren't necessarily familiar with your music, I know you gave us a little bit of description as to what you play. Do you do some cover stuff, or is it mostly your original stuff that you do, Graham?
We'll play heaps of original songs that me and my buddy John have written over this year, and then we'll also be doing, your favorite country music songs, maybe a couple more modern country, 90s country for the youngsters that are into that. Rock and roll, Chuck Berry. Got a bunch of stuff, but definitely playing some original music, and that's all out there on Spotify and iTunes. Graham Nancaro and the GD Saints, and then also Nancaro. But the latest project is the GD Saints, and you check that out on Spotify. We got 10 new songs put out last year. A lot of fun, good country music.
Yeah. Well, we love our country music out in this neck of the woods, so we're excited to have you showing up. Anything that you wanted to add, Graham, before we let you go, other than, I guess, just a final invitation to have people come out and see you?
Well, gear up for a good weekend, Callaway, and thank you so much for having me out. I'm really excited, and me and the band are going to drive out in the van, and honestly, we haven't hit the road in about a year and a half, so it's going to be a blast. I'm so honored to be a part of it.
All right. Well, have a safe trip, and we look forward to seeing you this weekend.
Thank you very much. We do too. Hey, thanks. It's nice talking to you.
All right. Thanks, Graham. Take care.
Yep. Take care.
Bye-bye. There you go, Graham Nancaro. Boy, just visiting with him makes you want to go see the show, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. The inspirations and the story behind what he's doing. And, the story of how he's coming to Callaway is as simple as he ran into somebody who said, hey, you should come out here. And he's like, sure, I'll hop in the van and come and do it. That's awesome. You don't run into that much with artists anymore. They're not really willing to go out of their way to take a trip like that. But it sounds like his love for country music and rock and roll is real. And it sounds like you're going to get really a show unlike anything you've ever seen before, because his influences are all over the board. Sounds like he's going to be a lot of fun.
He is, and we're going to give you a little sample of his stuff right now. This is Nancaro on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
all the way from Nashville to Callaway in a van to play one show on Saturday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I would love to see you at Henry's Bar in Callaway for that on Saturday night. And we've kind of been asked to spread the word as well about Shotgun Annie's in Callaway, because the night before, on Friday night, they're going to have Nebraska's own Jim Rice Band at Shotgun Annie's. Now, for each of these shows on Friday and Saturday night, Shotgun Annie's and Henry's are kind of teaming up. They're combining their back beer garden to kind of make a mega beer garden in the back. So you can kind of just go from bar to bar without actually ever leaving either of them. So that's kind of cool. So go on Friday night to Shotgun Annie's and see Jim Rice Band, and stay for the biscuits and gravy on Friday and Saturday night for $5 from midnight until 2 a.m. 100% of the money raised goes to the Sandhills Cancer Fund, which is a wonderful program if you folks have never heard about it. So go and rock out with Jim Rice Band on Friday night, and then Graham, Nay, and Carol on Saturday. And if you stick around, you can eat some biscuits and gravy before going home. You can't beat that. They'd love to see you in Callaway for the Pioneer Picnic and all of the events involved with that, too. Again, the Jim Rice Band, Friday night, the 25th at Shotgun Annie's, just a few days away in Callaway.
All right. And speaking of that, we're looking forward to the rest of this week, because we're going to be visiting about all of the area festivals that are going on in Custer County coming up this weekend. Sargent has their big festival coming up this weekend. Of course, we talked about Callaway. Anselmo going to have Big Sky going on this weekend, and I think that we'll be going to Callaway later in the week to talk about the other events that are going to be going on. I think we'll go to Sargent, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but the plan is to have some of the Anselmo folks come to the studio and join us here to talk about their celebrations. So just great to have these small-town summer celebrations back going full force this summer, and this has really been a tradition at KCNI Radio for many, 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 many years, and that is visiting with the folks putting on the festivals and promoting those for you. So we look forward to doing that coming up this week. Anything else you wanted to mention here before we go to break?
No, not specifically.
Right. Okay, we'll take a break. We'll come back with more of The Breakfast Show right after this.
Keep the clutter away by switching from paper statements to e-statements. Bruning Bank wants to help you reduce unnecessary waste and earn $15 when you switch your account to e-statements. Our user-friendly website offers a safe and secure way to view your statement anytime, anywhere, and even faster than ever. Earn cash with a simple switch. This promotion is open to current and new Bruning Bank customers. Learn more at bruningbank.com or visit your nearest Bruning Bank location. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
Cattlemen, spring is here and things are starting to green up. But alongside the good green like pasture grass and trees come the bad greens. Musk thistles, mullenweed, buckbrush, and other weeds. Let Aero Aviation help you get the bad green under control this spring. They use the latest in aircraft and GPS technology and crop protection products while keeping the good green in your pocket. Call Casey, Melissa, or Kim today and schedule spring spraying with Aero Aviation, 872-5113.
Barney Health Mart is your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy in Broken Bow. Their June sale is going on now. Save with Health Mart brand omeprazole tablets, $16.98. Cortisone 10 anti-itch cream or ointment, $4.99. BioFreeze Cool the Pain Fast Acting Menthol Pain Relief Gel is $11.99. Visit Barney Health Mart in Broken Bow, just southeast of the square. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
8:48 is the time. Brent and Jeremy in the studio with you this morning on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Thanks for tuning us in. Always great to have you folks along. All right, I'm going to do something here just real quick.
Hello?
Shannon, hi. Brent and Jeremy on The Breakfast Show. How are you this morning?
Good. How are you doing this morning?
Well, fantastic. Well, I think fantastic. Shannon, I don't know if you've been listening to any of the show this morning or not, but we felt it was important to contact you and to prepare you for what lies ahead of you today.
Oh, why? What is that?
Oh, you really don't? You haven't heard?
See, this is why I contacted Shannon, because I don't know if she
Through
knows
the phone
this yet or not. Well, I'm not going to talk to her in person. I don't want to face her face to face.
I have not heard this information. I am busy working back here.
Okay, well, here's the deal. I say we. I don't like when Dave does this. He does this we thing when it's really him.
Reels the other person.
And so I'm not going to say we. It was I, Brent Apperson, took your car, the car that you drive for the station car.
Yeah.
I took it to the ballpark yesterday for the ball game. And I always park it right behind the press box when I pull in because, you know, obviously when you go to a ball game, there are foul balls that are hit, and they're hit into the parking lot. And so I've always parked right behind the press box because I'm like, there is no possible way a foul ball can hit the car with the car parked in this particular spot. Well, Shannon.
So what are you trying to say here, Brent?
Well, I just want you to be careful when you go get your car this morning because, we took a foul ball on the windshield last night, and it cracked it a bit.
A bit?
A
What's
bit.
it?
It's very shattered in the top passenger side corner.
Now it does. Now just calm down. Now, the good part is it does. I drove it back here. Last night. It does not. The crack in the windshield. It doesn't impair your vision whatsoever driving it. Okay?
I'm supposed to drive in parades this weekend, Brent. I'm very disappointed.
Oh, parades! I forgot about that.
Parades. We better get.
Oh boy.
We better get that going.
I can't believe a ball hit it.
Well, trust me,
either.
I can't believe a ball hit it either.
When I mean to tell you this ball had to take the most, there's no way you could ever replicate the flight that this ball took. It's insane what happened.
Yeah, the chances of it happening with where the car was parked were, I don't even know what the percentage had to be, like 0.000 something.
Yeah.
But
indescribable.
But
oh my goodness.
But it happened.
Are you gonna call and get it fixed then?
Well, I don't know. That's that.
I feel like that should be your duty now.
Well, isn't that a management decision?
Oh, we're getting it fixed.
Well, I feel like since that's usually Christy and I could help, delegate maybe a little bit.
Or maybe what you could do to just we could just maybe put some duct tape up there over it or something.
Yeah,
to just kind of hold it from spreading any further.
Yeah, that would look great.
Yeah,
in the parade.
Yeah.
I got to be honest, I completely forgot about taking the car in parades.
That's what flex tape's for, right?
This weekend.
We have 3 parades we're doing this weekend and 2 next weekend, Brent.
Oh,
now
wait a minute.
The car service.
Now wait a minute. Now you're coming back at me like you're making it sound like it's my fault.
I'm sorry, but you're the bearer of the bad news, and sometimes that happens.
The one thing that that helped me through the night, because I felt terrible about this, I really did. But the one thing that helped me was, I'm like, well, at least it was Shannon's car and not Christy's. Because if it was Christy's, I wouldn't have even come to work today.
Yeah,
but
you guys would have had to fill in on the.
But I'm like, you know what? Shannon will take this in stride. She'll just say, it's okay, Brent. But that's not the case. Now,
Nope.
I gotta give you a little bit of a hard time. I mean,
pulls the parade card.
Come on, guys.
Okay.
Guys, I drove my own vehicle to the park.
Christy brings up a good point that I agree with. It's kind of crazy how nothing ever happens to the cars when sales ladies have it.
Oh, brother.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Well, you opened
I guess.
yourself up to that one.
Well, you know, those of us that cover sports games, we put ourselves in the line of fire of baseballs.
There you
in
go.
the line of fire. Well, I drive that car more than I drive my own car.
In order to pass the word of sports in central Nebraska along, we take that risk.
Well, you know what? I mean,
I'm glad that y'all take the risk and then bring it back to us broken, so then we take the risk too.
You know, there is one thing about parking a car at a ball game and having a foul ball hit it, as compared to pulling the car in and just letting it run all night.
Oh, we're going there now. Oh.
You started it.
Okay, fine. I'm done with this conversation.
All right.
Brett wins.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Shannon.
Yes.
All right,
well, thank you for telling me.
All right, just be careful.
Yes, I'll be careful.
Okay.
A little glass in the eye never hurt anybody.
Oh, boy. Okay. I really thought she'd take it better than that, honestly. But
I forgot about
anyway,
parades.
I did too. Now I'm feeling terrible again.
3 festivals this weekend. That's going to be. You're going to need a windshield expedited quickly.
Oh boy. Isn't it interesting? You know, I'm thinking about. It's interesting how material for the show just happens when Dave's gone. Because I believe that the first time Shannon left the car running all night, and I guess we don't know, we're not 100% sure it was Shannon, but the bottom line is the car was running all night.
Yep.
And when we found out about it, Dave was gone. Mm-hmm. And now, you know, we have this freak thing happen with the cracked windshield at the ball game. Dave's gone. So...
Wow. She talks about, you know, nothing goes wrong when, you know, something went wrong. She just got lucky. Because what if that thing just got slightly worse fuel efficiency? She would have vapor locked the engine.
Yeah.
We would have been toast.
Here's what I think. I think that letting the car run all night that one time weakened the windshield, and that's why it cracked like it did.
That could be. I mean. The defrost, it was colder. Maybe she had the defrost going. It blew on the windshield all night long. Normally, it would be able to take a baseball from 40 feet in the air.
Good point. So it's Shannon's fault.
Yep. I'm with you there.
I feel so much better now.
Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. COVID hospitalizations are rising in states with low vaccination rates. Dr. Jason McKinney is medical director at Mercy Rogers ICU in Arkansas.
It's just so unbelievably frustrating that we see people continue to go through what this disease does when it was so easy for them to have made a different decision to get vaccinated.
COVID deaths have fallen to their lowest number since the start of the pandemic. Senate Republicans could sound the death knell for a voting rights bill today. Majority Leader Chuck Schumer.
The big lie that started with Donald Trump is infecting them. Lies don't matter, and they don't matter when it comes to the sacred process of elections.
Black employees are calling out in Atlanta IKEA for offering fried chicken, collard greens, and watermelon to mark the first Juneteenth federal holiday.
You could have asked somebody and gotten an intelligent response.
You don't even know the history. They used to feed slaves watermelon.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Isaac Lowenkron.
In the NBA, Adrian Wojnarowski reported this morning that Brooklyn Nets assistant Mike D'Antoni will get a second interview for the Portland Trail Blazers head coaching job this week, joining Becky Hammon and Chauncey Billups as those getting second interviews with Portland. In Game 5 of the Stanley Cup semifinals on Monday night, the defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning obliterated the New York Islanders 8-0 for a 3-2 lead. In Major League Baseball on Monday night, the San Diego Padres defeated the Los Angeles Dodgers 6-2 as Yu Darvish struck out 11 in 6 innings, becoming the fastest pitcher in Major League history to reach 1,500 career strikeouts. The Arizona Diamondbacks broke their 17-game losing streak with a 5-1 victory over the Milwaukee Brewers, and Miguel Sano's 2-run home run in the bottom of the 12th inning gave the Minnesota Twins a 7-5 win over Cincinnati.
Here's your weatherology forecast. High temperatures working up into the lower 90s for today. We'll see lots of sunshine to start. Slight chance for a late day storm. Then for tonight, mostly clear, a low of 61. Even hotter into your Wednesday under abundant sunshine. We'll have highs into the upper 90s. Thursday, a slight chance for a storm there up to 91. And Friday, easing back to the upper 70s. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. As we transition from prep season to watering season, Custer Electric and Irrigation wants to remind you of important offerings that set them apart. They are once again offering free FieldNet and NFTrax demos for this growing season. Demos are limited, so call today to reserve your pivot control or set of NFTrax. Want to skip the demo and buy? Custer Electric and Irrigation recently installed 4 radio bridges that allow the service area for telemetry and FieldNet to expand where you may not previously been able to get it. These bridges also mean cheaper annual subscriptions, so talk to Lance to see what he can do for you. In need of tires but don't want to upgrade to NFTrax? Custer Electric has 11.2 by 38 tires on hand and ready for your pivots. Finally, is your pivot leaking more water than irrigating? This is your reminder to not settle for second best on sprinklers. Update your sprinkler packages today for install before service season. For all this and more, call Lance at 880-1507. Check them out on Facebook or at custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
73 degrees currently at our KCNI KBBN studios. Good to have you with us on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And we have another great guest in the studio with us now. Suzanne Glendy with Off Broadway joining us. Good morning.
Good morning.
Great to see you again.
It's great to be here. It's always fun when I come out here to see you guys.
Well, it's fun having you here. I know great things continue to be happening at Off Broadway, so just kind of update us with how things have been going.
Been going really well, thank you. We are going to take a van trip today to Sargent. We are starting to finally get our residents out and about. They want to see the calves. They want to see the hills. And so I get the opportunity as an administrator today to take a group to Sargent. And then I come back and I pick up another group who want to go to the Myrna area.
Nice.
And so we're doing this while the weather's good. They want to see what the corn looks like, the alfalfa fields, the cattle. So we are, and that's right up my alley too. So I'm really excited we're doing that. And then our college interns and some of our high school students that work for us are from Callaway. And so our group of students are going to have some sort of entry in the Pioneer Picnic parade in Callaway this week. And we just put new buck and shoots in there. My husband and my brother-in-law and my son and a group of guys over there. So everybody's anxious to go to Pioneer Picnic. So we're going to, even off Broadway, be there this week. I'm going to open it up to some residents that if they want to go to the rodeo, I will take whoever from off Broadway wants to go to the rodeo on Friday night. My family volunteers for that, and I'm in the cook shack on Sunday. So
there you go.
I'm going to try to see if there's any of the group that want to go to the rodeo on Friday and drive whoever wants to go over and drive them back to Broken Bow. So we're excited about that. We are looking for a marketing person still. I feel like our cooking job that we have had open, we've had a couple good interested candidates. But if there's somebody who just wants part-time day shift hours in that cook position, no weekends at this point. It's a Monday through Thursday position, and it's part-time 6 in the morning till about 2:30 in the afternoon. We have a part-time position open there. I am still looking for a marketing person, but one of the other things that if your listeners could help us with, if we have been trying desperately and we've made some calls, but we have some landscaping in our gazebo in our little park area at Off Broadway. And I know everybody's just busy, and I know we're a little late on the game. We've done some cleaning out of some flower beds and that type of thing. But we're looking to have somebody help us landscape. So like if there is a garden club or somebody, if there's a 4-H member that wants to do something, we will buy the materials if they can come help us do it. And so I kind of wanted to reach out. We love our gazebo area, and our residents do too. I mean, we even see people from Casey's pop over that use it, and we want it to be part of the community. We want it to look nice. So if there's anybody who wants to help us with that, we would be really receptive to that. But we are just enjoying summer. Our residents are enjoying those late afternoon, taking some coffee outside, either upstairs on the little deck area that we have, or downstairs around our seating areas. We're just enjoying summer, and we're really enjoying our college interns. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're just glad to have them. Those college people, their perspective on things, they're young, they're fresh, they're very energetic, they're very willing to be, they're just willing. And that's what I really impresses me most about these college students that we have right now, is that their willingness to be open to learning something new. They have great ideas, and when we work with elders and we work in the industry we work in, there's reasons and regulations that we have to follow and do, and educating them on that and then seeing what they come up with has been really fun. Our marketing intern, Hannah, we hardly see her, but she's just behind the scenes doing and working, and we're kind of in the planning stages of doing some senior activities. We've made some phone calls. I can't release it yet, but we're making some phone calls, and we're doing some planning of an event that we hope to get kicked off in Broken Bow. Hopefully by August, we're hoping to get this event planned, and we're really excited because it's for senior citizens in the community, but also for our own community members at Off Broadway. So stay tuned for that, because we're really excited about that.
All right. I want to go back to the college interns for just a second.
Okay.
One of the most rewarding things, I think, is when you bridge the generation gap between young and old, because both parties get rewarded by that. And I'm sure you see that with your college interns and the way they interact with your residents.
I saw that just yesterday afternoon. We're busy looking at payroll and getting things ready for board meetings, and the nurses are busy doing the nursing end of things. And our college intern, Callie, yesterday warmed my heart because she had planned these activities and had done them, and at the end of the activity was over, I went through the kitchen area, and she was sitting down at the table visiting with a group of them. And And you don't have to ask her to do that. You don't have to tell her to do that. But it just warmed my heart because she does care. And she's bonding with those residents, and the residents are starting to feel comfortable with her. And that's what we want, is that sit-down, home-like atmosphere. You know, I have a few jobs open, and I have apartments that are ready to move in. I have a wonderful respite care apartment that if somebody needs a break, I have all of these things. But it's the unseen things like bridging that gap, you know, working with one another. You know, maybe there's more to this college internship kind of program that we started to do this summer than what we ever anticipated. And yesterday it kind of just filled my tank a little bit seeing that. So we're super excited about it.
One thing that always impresses me is as we visit with you and we do things with Off-Broadway is Off-Broadway is so much more than just a place to stay, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. We really, you know, here's another thing, like talk about internal fortitude that these students have and that they bring to us. We did hire a full-time activities director, but she's not able to start for a while. And Callie has embraced this position this summer, and she came to me and she said, "Hey, Suze, you know, I noticed some of our attendance on this activity isn't that great, and this is really flying, and this is doing really good. Would you care if I ask every resident in the building, if I created this form and I went to every resident in the building to see what they like and don't like?" And I'm like, yes. I mean, once again, you don't have to go tell some young person to go do something. She came up with this idea. She cares what the residents at Off-Broadway want to do. And I was just super pumped about that because it just shows the personal touch that we try to have, from activities to birthday meals to, you know, different selections of music. I mean, we just really do try to get to what that resident, that individual, what they like.
You said you do have some availability with rooms at the moment?
We do. We have some one-bedroom apartments that have been freshly painted. Most of the flooring, in as far as carpet and linoleum, are new. The appliances are fairly new. We are just are ready for you to come look and come tour.
All right. Anything else that you wanted to mention, Suzanne? Have we kind of touched on?
We've touched on a lot of things. I just want to say, you know, thank you to you guys for helping us promote Off-Broadway. I want to say thank you to the community for being supportive and understanding, getting us through this pandemic, getting us through a new staffing team. We have had some great feedback from after our trips out here to KCNI, and I just hope everybody has a wonderful, safe summer, getting outside, doing the things that they enjoy, and having some of those life-enriching experiences that we didn't get to do so much last year. I just wish that for everybody, not just Off-Broadway, but for our whole county. I just hope everybody has a safe and happy summer.
Well said.
Thank you.
If people have any questions, whether it be about the availability of a room or whether it be about some of the job opportunities you talked about, how's the easiest way for them to get in contact with you guys?
The easiest way is to call Off-Broadway, 872-2522. And I know nobody usually remembers a phone number, but just look us up. You can look us up on the web, in the phone book. We're even on Google, so
there you go.
Just get a hold of us at Off-Broadway.
All right. Suzanne, always great to talk to you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
If the pandemic's taught us anything, it's that the easiest way for germs to get into your body is the nose. We all know how to wash our hands, but how do you clean your nose? For over 2 million Americans, the answer is Navage Nasal Care. Navage uses powered suction to flush out allergens, mucus, and germs that cause congestion, colds, and flu, so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. Better yet, Navage is all natural and drug-free. That's why one of America's top respiratory hospitals recommends nasal irrigation to stay healthy, explaining that bacteria and viruses thrive in warm and moist environments, and that you can wash away those germs so they don't make your nose their home. Experience Navage at zero risk. Go to Navage.com, buy Navage, and use it for a month. If you're not delighted, return it for a full refund. There's nothing to lose and a lifetime of better breathing to gain. Also available at Target, Walgreens, CVS, Bed Bath, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G.
The First National Bank in Sargent is excited to invite everyone to town for summer fun in Sargent. They love supporting activities in Sargent, and this Saturday and Sunday is going to be fun. Take part in the Sargent Fair, Chokecherry Jamboree, and Alumni Celebration this weekend. You'll find something new to do every time you turn around in Sargent. Don't forget the convenient ATM at Trotter's Wowengo from First National Bank of Sargent. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Need a plumber? Duda Plumbing does plumbing for new construction, remodels, and everything in between. They also offer septic installation and septic tank plumbing. Call Duda Plumbing today at 872-3402.
Big thank to all of the guests that we've had here this morning. Appreciate all of you coming in. Of course, we had Mark Stock earlier on the phone, Big Iron Auction Company, Logan Girardin with Arrow Seed, Jeff Denson, Team Physical Therapy. Always great to visit with Suzanne at Off Broadway. And really enjoyed our conversation with Graham Nancaro, who's going to be coming to Callaway, Nebraska this weekend to perform on Saturday night during Pioneer Picnic. And we look forward to his show coming up in Callaway this weekend. When we think about getting the day started off right, a delicious treat, a delicious baked good, a delicious cup of coffee, it's a great way to go. And we have a great place right here in Broken Bow to get all of that.
Yep, Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts is right on Highway 2. Can't miss it when you're driving through town. They've got a nice storefront right there. And here's a look at some of their June featured drinks. The Sugar Daddy Latte, the Strawberry Cloud, Passion Fruit Iced Tea, Summer's Here Italian Soda, and they also have 100% crushed fruit smoothies. They have options like guava and passion fruit, mango, frozen lemonade, 4-berry, tropical sunshine, strawberry banana, and just strawberry as well. They're open Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then the final 2 hours of each of their open days is drive-through and patio only. And then they're also open on Saturdays from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. But, yeah, start your day right with one of those drinks. Or don't forget them in the afternoon, too, with those smoothies. Yeah. When it gets nice and hot outside, just stop by and get one of those great iced teas or smoothies. Get you a nice refreshment.
Yeah, and you can hang out in the patio in the back and enjoy that. We've been promoting a new game through the Nebraska Lottery here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. It's called My Day. It's kind of got a calendar theme to it. And it's very simple. It's only $1. You go in, get a ticket, you pick a date, and you try to match it, and you could win quite a bit of money.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be any kind of specific date, but we all kind of have a date that crops up in our mind every now and then, whether it's our own birthday and anniversary date. But just pick the date. You can win up to $5,000. Like Brent said, it's $1, and drawings are held every day of the week. So if you match the month, day, and year, you win the $5,000 top prize. Other prizes range anywhere from $1 to $365. NELottery.com is the place you can go for details. And when you play My Day, we know what the Nebraska Lottery does. They put a lot of money back into our state. Play is good, so go play with the Nebraska Lottery. And we've got some of these My Day tickets at things that we'll be going to in the coming weeks. Look for us. We'll probably have some of these in our pocket to hand to you.
Yeah, they're just a little voucher that you take in where they sell lottery tickets and redeem it for a ticket. And who knows, you could be a big winner.
Yes.
All right, so play My Day through the Nebraska Lottery. Boy, you look at the calendar, I still can't believe this. July 4th is just right around the corner. And that means that fireworks stands are going to be opening up around the area very, very soon. And one of the fireworks stands that we want to take a moment to tell you about right now is Troy's Hot Rocket Fireworks. He'll have several stands around our area. One going to be opening up in Broken Bow. Also, we'll have one in Cozad and some of the surrounding areas. But Troy contacted us a few days ago, and something that he does with his fireworks stand is he basically puts on a free fireworks show for folks, and he features the fireworks that are being sold at his stand. Because how many times do you go to a fireworks stand and you look at something and you go to the person running the stand and you say, what does this do?
Yeah.
Well, Troy just shows you what it's going to do. And he's going to be doing that in Cozad coming up soon.
Or if you're like me, you buy a firework and you watch it go off one year and you say, gosh, I got to remember the name of that. That was a good one. Then you forget or you don't write it down. So you can go to the annual fireworks demo coming up on the 25th. That's Friday in Cozad. They're going to be having that fireworks demo at Sportsman Ball Field, located by the funeral home in Cozad. That's at 1916 Avenue B. The fireworks will start at 9:45 p.m. and music will be provided by Bobby Devine. The rain date is Saturday evening, June 26th. So again, June 25th. That's this Friday in Cozad. Go and watch this annual fireworks demo. It's just a good way to know what kind of fireworks you want to buy at Troy's Hot Rocket Fireworks, who has stands in Broken Bow, Lexington, Cozad, Gothenburg, and Holdridge. and the Tri-Cities area. They're opening June 25th, and they'll be open, of course, through July 4th. And he's going to be talking to us on the Breakfast Show by phone on Wednesday, too. Talk about fireworks a little bit. So make sure you tune in for that on Wednesday, right after the 8 o'clock news.
All right, we'll look forward to that tomorrow. Ansley Lumber and Supply. If you have some home fix-it projects that you're trying to get accomplished and finished off this summer, they're going to have everything you need at Ansley Lumber and Supply. They've got a great selection of all the materials you need.
Yeah, and when you walk through their door, it doesn't really matter what aisle you choose. You walk down it, and you see several items that you know you're going to need for that project you've got coming up. Really handy storefront. Go in there. It's not a humongous storefront, but it's very well organized to where you can shop for everything, and it's organized in a way that, you know how you get used to going to the grocery store and you know where things are?
Oh, yeah.
You feel like, even if it's your first or second time going into Ansley Lumber, you feel like you know where you need to go, just based off of the way things are laid out. So they've got everything from the lumber you need to metal for metal buildings, GAF shingles, Benjamin Moore paint with over 3,500 colors. They even offer whole new home building packages, and consultations from their professionals and delivery are available too. You can give them a call at 935-1815 or stop by Ansley Lumber and Supply. They're locally owned and operated in downtown Ansley, open Monday to Friday, 8 to 5:30, and Saturday, 8 until noon. They'd love to see you stop by.
All right. One other business we want to mention to you this morning, our good friends at Awards and More. Sally and the crew there, ready to go to work for you. I know that as we go through the summertime, especially this year, we're going to have a lot of garage sales continue to happen. And maybe you need a special sign that really sticks out and directs people to where your sale is. Maybe you have a float that you're going to enter into one of our small town festivals this summer, and you're looking for a banner or something to kind of make your float stick out. Awards and More can help you.
Yep. If you want people to know about it, they want to make a sign that catches their eye. So talk to them about that. They also have great ideas for wedding gifts for something unique and special. Personalization is big when it comes to wedding gifts. That last name, it's big when it comes to the wedding. So give the happy couple something that they can display in their home or that they can use every day that has their name on it. Fun summer tanks can be personalized, or keep your beverages nice and cold with double wall insulated stainless steel water bottles. Those are big right now. Sally would love to help bring your ideas to life. So stop in, talk to them at Awards and More. They're open Monday through Thursday, 9 until 5, closed on Fridays and weekends.
All
They'd
right.
love to see you.
Earlier this morning when we played the game, we told you it was Tumbleweed Tuesday. Always enjoy giving away an opportunity to win a delicious tumbleweed meal at Tumbleweed. And if you're looking for just a great place to enjoy that home-style cooked food, there's no better place than the Tumbleweed. It is a staple and has been in Broken Bow for many, many years. And Carmen and the gang are ready to welcome you in, give you a delicious meal, no matter what time of day it is. You'll find something on the menu that will meet you just where you are. So,
yep.
Check it out, Tumbleweed Cafe, right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. We'll continue with more of the Breakfast Show in a moment.
When you're in Callaway this weekend for the Pioneer Picnic, make sure you don't miss the annual Seven Valleys Rodeo on Friday and Sunday. At 7:30 each night, the Seven Valleys Rodeo will take place on Highway 40 southeast of town. If you'd like more information, contact Jim Johnson at 870-2175. Friday and Sunday night, just outside of Callaway, the Seven Valleys Rodeo as part of the Pioneer Picnic. Don't miss out on this fun rodeo action.
A grocery store needs its deli, a deli needs its customers, and customers need their salads, meats, cheeses, and more. That all revolves around awesome employees that make it all work. The Grocery Cart is looking for team members to keep their deli running properly. Go talk to Steve about opportunities at the GK Deli and other GK positions. This is a great summer and school-time job for those as low as age 16 and 17. Get paid for serving customers with a smile and doing some cleaning duties. Easy money. If you are 18 or over, you can perform all duties in the deli. Afternoon and evening hours are available too at the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow. Apply today.
with you in the studio on this Tuesday. A few more things to share with you before we go today. Some job opportunities. We've been talking about some of the jobs through the Nebraska Department of Transportation, and they have another opening for a highway maintenance worker.
Yep, highway maintenance worker in Broken Bow. For a full job description or to apply, go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. You can also check out these details on the employment page of sandhillsexpress.com. An online state application needs to be completed, and you can notify Nebraska State personnel at 402-471-2075 if you need accommodation in the selection process. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer, and you can work out of the office right in Broken Bow as a highway maintenance worker. So make sure you go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. From what I understand, it's pretty easy to navigate. So swing over there and check it out. Good way to check out the jobs that they have available. Maybe there's one that isn't this highway maintenance worker job that would fit you better.
There you go.
You can always check over there and keep up with what they've got going on. statejobs.nebraska.gov.
Sergeant Irrigation, I believe, also looking for full-time employment.
Yep. They have, they're proud to offer competitive wages, holiday and vacation pay, health insurance, life insurance, disability, and 401k. They're an equal opportunity employer. You can apply in person at their office on South Highway 21 at Broken Bow, or call 308-872-6451. They'd love to have you as a part of their team at Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow. Make sure you get your application in for full-time employment at Sargent Irrigation. This job listing and all of that information, including the phone number, is available to you on sandhillsexpress.com as well. The employment page is the place to go.
All right. Roxanne, our good friend at Nebraska Land Hearing Center, ready to help you out. No need to travel afar to have your hearing checked. She has the state-of-the-art tech to test out your hearing right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska.
You want to talk about someone who's willing to go the extra mile for you. Roxanne is that person. She's a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience. And right now you can receive a $500 discount for buying local, and she's offering a $1,500 stimulus special, too. You don't need to travel out of town. You can get great hearing instruments right here in central Nebraska. Right now, buy one pack of batteries and get a second pack for free. She's accepting new clients and is open for appointments on Mondays and Tuesdays. Hearing tests are free. And if you mention that you heard this information on the radio, you receive a $50 coupon towards a purchase of or chamber bucks. So there you go. You don't even need to purchase anything. You just go in there and say you heard it on the radio, and chamber bucks is what you get. Starts with a hearing test. That's the number one thing that you need to get scheduled with Roxanne. Openings Monday and Tuesday. Make an appointment at 384-3852. She's in the Broken Bow Chamber Building, 4 doors from Bow Bootery. That business name is right on the glass window in front, so you can find her easily.
All right. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, ready to go to work for you. You'll find them in Callaway. Liana and Chip, ready to handle all of your insurance needs.
Well, one thing we're seeing right now is a lot of pivots running. And with those pivots doing all kinds of work, you want to make sure that your coverage is up to date, because if they go down for any reason or you need an insurance claim on them, you got to have them back up and going quickly. So you have to have replacement cost or actual cash value. Make sure it's comprehensive and that they pay differently on losses, those two different types. So call Chip with your questions. They have a company that will allow replacement cost even on older machines. So he can find something that works for you. Make sure you're familiar with your homeowner's deductibles. Open enrollment for health insurance if you're under 65 is open until August 15th. So keep that in mind and ask them all kinds of questions about that. And they're expanding, but that doesn't change the personal service they offer. They love to quote all lines of insurance for you and can do that when and where it's convenient to you. They finished a remodel, so stop in and see the office in Callaway. They love to see their clients anytime at Nebraska Owners Insurance in Callaway.
All right. One final thing to talk about. When Suzanne was in with Off-Broadway, she kind of made mention of the rodeo coming up this weekend in Callaway during the Pioneer Picnic celebration. Just a great rodeo. They get a lot of great people to come and participate in this. It's a lot of fun, and it is the Seven Valleys Rodeo coming up this weekend.
Yep, it's an annual event, and the Seven Valleys Rodeo and the Pioneer Picnic, they go hand in hand. It's Friday and Sunday at 7:30 each night. It will take place on Highway 40 southeast of town. And if you want more information, you can contact Jim Johnson at 870-2175. Friday and Sunday night, just outside of Callaway, the Seven Valleys Rodeo is a part of the Pioneer Picnic again this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you don't miss it.
All right. Well, I think we've got everything crossed off the sheet. So we appreciate you tuning in and listening. Want to say thanks again to all of the guests who came in and joined us on the breakfast show here this morning. Jeremy, thank you for your help.
Yep, went well. We didn't break anything else.
No, not yet. Love you, man.
Love you too, Brett.
Okay. We're out of here. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks for listening.